definitely one of my favorite arcade games. I actually owned one of the original machines back in the day, had it in my basement, in my man cave. And I had so much fun playing it. It was super great. And of course, this is one of, like Space Invaders, one of the ports that came to the 2600 that was just right. And, there's no controversy over any of it. It just came together the way it should. And everyone was totally happy with it. I got it. The game came out in 1981 and immediately jumped to the 2600 in 1982. It was originally produced by a company called Gremlin, released by Sega, although it was released by Konami in Japan. And that's going to come into play later. This is a very simple cross-the-road game. So you just got to get from one end to the other. Got to do it 5 times, okay, without getting hit when you have a couple lives or whatever. But it's not too complicated. It's very pick up and play. It's very welcoming. As I say, unlike some things like Defender, okay, it's very approachable. Like anyone from basically any age group or gender or background can just walk up to it, immediately understand the premise, and start having fun with it. You would think that this game would suffer the most from being put, in landscape mode as opposed to portrait mode, but it works out great. They managed to adjust things so everything works out fine. Now, of course, I remember later there was Frogger 3D on the PC-ROM. I had that too. And oh man, yeah, there's a lot of Frogger games. Frogger even had its own Saturday morning cartoon show, if you can believe it. It's very, very weird. It kind of followed a trajectory similar to Pac-Man, Saturday morning cartoon show, and a lot of weird character stuff. Alive and well, and a big part of pop culture even to this day. There's that one game, Crossy Road, which is essentially a Frogger ripoff. I remember seeing a version of it in Dave & Buster's too. But yeah, Crossy Road was the only app ever that managed to crash an iPhone. And ironically, they did release a Pac-Man version of Crossy Road called Pac-Man 256. The idea is that you were playing the kill screen from Pac-Man, that 256. Wow. That didn't crash my iPhone, actually. Yeah, I'm not sure I should go back over and play that, yeah. So, we can't talk about Frogger without talking about an episode of Seinfeld where George's name was on the top 10 list, still there all those years ago. And he tried to preserve it. And I love that episode. I love that because it kind of takes that spirit of wanting your high score on the board and takes it to a ludicrous degree, as Seinfeld always does, to the point where he's trying to save the machine by moving across a highway, and it's hit by a white truck. Oh, yeah, you gotta love Seinfeld. So here's the thing. I know this because I own the machine. The original Frogger machine from 1981 doesn't have a top 10 list. It has a top 6. And you can't put your name into it. It just records the fact that the score was achieved by someone. So, I mean, knowing that kind of does take away a bit from the episode. But it doesn't take a bit away from playing it on the Atari 2600, okay? Because this was super, super fun. They even managed to get the song in there. And that ding, 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 ding jingle from... It stuck in my head for years. You know, sometimes I would go and turn on my arcade box just so I could hear that little jingle. It turns out this is actually a Japanese children's song, or you know, a nursery rhyme called Inunu Amakurawasen. Translates to the dog policeman, which is weird. So you can look that up. It'll be in the description. In case you were wondering what that was for decades, like I did, yeah, go check that out. And all right, so until next time, keep playing. It's super fun. Like I said, just a totally solid and loved port from the arcade to the 2600, and such a great thing to have in your collection. Okay, thank you.